Welcome to another amazing 5-minute auto pairing. Let's not play F4. Well, another time maybe. So French defense. Let's try maybe an exchange here with bishop d3 idea. Knight e2. I've seen this before. I think it can sort of create pressure on black. Potentially. So there's a variation of the exchange French where, okay, can I try and get the bishop pair, or the bishop's going to drop back? What's the idea? So I think d5 is one idea, put pressure on d5. Okay, so what does black do here? It's taking a long time to think. Is he going to damage my pawns? I think I want to take the pawn. I think another idea is the f pawn. I've seen Peter Large against Adams at a game like this. I think I know Large lost, but it looked quite impressive to use the f pawn. My castle on f4, f5, but there's going to be a blockade on f5. Maybe knight g3 is part of that. Try and make sure there isn't a huge blockade. Oh, it comes up immediately. Okay, so knight g3 coming up. It takes. Play for knight g3. f4. I think this bishop's going to be the big problem with all this. As soon as I play f4, it's like f5. But I don't know if that e file means anything or the other diagonal. Let's try it anyway. This diagonal here. Of course, if I got f5 here, it looks brilliant. But it's, I think he's going to play f5. And I'll try and use this diagonal. I wonder where the knight's... No, it's not it. So my bishop's got scope, and then I can actually go in this diagonal. Mind you, knight a5 to c4, or knight d6 to c4. Maybe I can eliminate that knight before it does too much damage. We'll try and use this file. Okay, the bishop's going to be evicted. And the a-pawn's hanging. I might get the queens off. Does that do anything? It gives me that a-file. Is there an attack over here instead? Like knight h5, queen g3. I think I'll go for that instead, actually. I'll put the bishop back on c1. Although, yeah, these squares are really weak. I get queen g3. There's always rook e1 and even taking on f5. G4, it starts to look a bit horrendous for e4. Unless I can get some sort of attack here. I wonder, what about knight f4? Trying to threaten potentially knight d5 to get one of these knights. Try and take out one of these knights. Knight d5, rook e4. There's going to be a pin on that diagonal if the queen just protects d5 though. What about knight e6? And then rook e4 might be a threat. So if I play knight e6, so he's on c3, so knight e6, he's on c3, unless I play rook f3. I'll be unpinning that knight actually. Okay, so rook. Okay, rook f3. Looks bad news at the moment. As I got a knight e6 in the threaten, not even threatening rook e4 anymore. And I'll play that. Maybe rook e4 is a positional exchange sack. Is a good one in this position. To take and then take gives me that entrenched knight on e6. I can take that off. that might not be just try and maintain that entrenched knight. And just try and be able to protect it with the 2 rooks, and be able to do an exchange sack if knight e4 comes up, which of course it will. So maybe I can just take the exchange sack time. I think it's too strong, that knight, to be tolerated. So I think c4 and d5, and it could be an impressive knight. I think someone said something about knights on the 6th. Hope I can do that just in time without any major knockout tactic. Okay. That knight looks good. Can it now be the basis of an attack? I wonder. I like this formation. It's quite kind of aesthetic formation. If I hold solid for a bit longer, try and that strengthens g4. Now he's giving me a pawn there. Some pawns. Even if I got the queen off, I think this would be a very, very nice position. Right, able to use the rook here, rook d4, to protect d5 if needed. Where's that queen going? So rook d4. Don't know really what I'm doing actually though, with that move in particular. What is he threatening? If I play c3 just to stop, trying to stop any naughty activities with b4. I wouldn't mind getting the queens off. Oh, c6 could be undermining my e6. Aha. Can I get rid of the queens? With queen d2? I really want the queens off here.
Check.
Wow. That knight's holding d8. No, c6 or d6. Or knight takes g5. Or g takes here. March my king over here. If I march my king to the centre,
check.
Surely that frees my rook to handle the a pawn. Oh, that looks juicy. Now my knight, which is a beautiful piece. It's going to take on g4. I'll take on a3 soon. I'll put my beautiful knight back. That's no time to take on a3. Knight d4 without any rook e7 at the moment. Actually, that threatens knight c6 for knight e7. I can just take that there and take here. Getting enough pawns with d7. That looks like very strong.
Check. Check. Check.
The knight holds key squares. I think this was an interesting game. Yeah, I think that was an interesting game. Wow. Let's go back and have a quick look. Yeah, so I think the knight on e6 was quite nice to have. But black's given us better here, getting into the key squares. Yeah, much better for black at the moment. And taking that pawn, it's not very pleasant. It was a nice little pawn though. They do tend to drop off. But here I was in the driving seat after knight g5, it seems. Knight e6, queen b5 was apparently good. With the idea, not queen c5, queen b5. The idea of yeah, it's not much going on for me there with these knights. So I think this gave me all the play. Knight g5. It gave me a fantastic... Yeah, I think I was okay here. Knight g5 is actually possible with that pin. But I liked my knight aesthetically. Yeah, I didn't think this position was bad at all. The engine thinks it's about equal after that. Or even better now for white. d6 good.
Check.
I didn't think there was any problem here. The engine thinks it's about
Check.
equal. I think I'm just improving my position. Unless I'm deluded here by the visual appearance. It looks as though surely this is very nice after all. I thought knight taking here. King e6 was strong there. King e6. If we get king e7, wow, to queen the pawn, I guess. Try and, yeah, that looks good. Oh, now this is all dropping off for black after this though. It's getting loads of pawns.
Check.
That's pawns bits.
Check.
Okay, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.